Happy Memorial Day, everybody. I hope you have had a nice holiday. Got in maybe some nice weather, some grilling, the usual family holiday festivities. So tonight, we are opening Bowman Baseball. It's the back half of the case that we started about this time last week, I think. And this is actually the last of the Bowman hobby. Once we finish this break tonight, everything else we're going to break Bowman going forward is going to be from Jumbo. Hey, how about that, right? Before we get started ripping, a little information to go over. So first up, of course, is feedback, just to let you know that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. And of course, the second thing there is to say thank you. I always appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats with me, keeps me company, all that kind of stuff. So we're taking a look at what's coming up in the days ahead, and once again, it looks like a pretty skinny list, doesn't it? I know, we've got only one break for the foreseeable future, one break per night. That's what happens when we get in these breaks with a lot of base cards. So tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we are opening a 12-box case of Legacy Football. We'll start at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Veteran base cards have their own bidding spot, and veteran base does not ship to the teams as a result. Wednesday, there is a new release. It is Leather and Lumber Baseball, and we're going to open a 10-box case of it, and that case is about $2,000, so I'm expecting we better find some really good stuff in there. That's my thought on it. Thursday night will once again start at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. We'll open Legacy Football again, same as veteran base doesn't ship to the teams. On Friday, we're going to start our Bowman Jumbo. It will break a half case of that. A half case of Jumbo, however, is 4 boxes. 6 makes up a half case of Hobby, but 4 makes up a half case of Jumbo. And paper base has its own bidding spot in that particular break. So teams are going to get all the chrome cards, numbered cards, and autographed cards, but all of the paper base that are not numbered, not autographed, and not chrome are going to go to that paper base bidding spot. On Saturday, it'll be Legacy Football for a third time this week, and we'll start at 9:15 that night instead of 9 straight up. Mainly because I forgot and listed it too late. I know, what are you going to do? So tonight, the one break, that's Bowman Baseball. I'm expecting to get it on the way to you about Thursday. It may actually get out a hair sooner than that, but it shouldn't be any later than that unless something hugely unexpected happens. And every team's going to pull cards here, so we also do not need to worry about consolation cards. So first up tonight, a 6-box half case of 2019 Bowman Baseball. This is break number 8. Once again, it is the back half of a case we started about this time last week. And of course, it ended tonight on eBay Monday night, the 27th of May, Memorial Day. Team names are on the left-hand side, and your eBay user ID is across from your team on the right-hand side if you are the lucky winning bidder tonight. The last little piece of info here, you're going to see the background's going to go out of focus a little bit, and that is on purpose. So don't worry about that. We're still going to be able to see everything without any problems. I may actually have to tweak it again. We'll see here in a minute, but for the moment, it's going to sit like that. So first and foremost, we got some Bowman to get into here. You'll notice these boxes are numbered on the side. Actually, all of them are numbered on the side. That's because when we first started this case, I took all 12 boxes out, numbered them, and then we use random.org to determine which ones we open in any given break. And that is typically what I do if we're starting a new case and not finishing it all in one setting. Ryan is here, Ryan X23 to be specific. You're looking for some Houston Astros tonight? Well, we will see what we can find for you, my friend. Hopefully we'll have some good luck for you and everybody else tonight. If you haven't done a break of Bowman before, what we are looking for in this hobby version is 1 autograph per box. Now, when we switch to the jumbo version in our next break, I believe that falls 3 per box, 3 autographs per box, if I remember correctly. And of course, there are, an infinite number of possibilities in here besides autographs. There's all kinds of inserts and parallels, numbered cards, various things like that that we will talk about a little bit more as we go through the first time. And then after we get through this first box, we won't spend as much time on them after that, because I think everybody's probably familiar with it, but to keep things on the safe side, that's how we usually do it. So, of course, there's paper and there's chrome. The chrome, if they are refractors, I'll let you know. Like, for instance, this entire series of the top 100, that whole insert series will refract, okay? So, yeah, there won't be any of those that don't. Most of our inserts are going to refract. We see our autograph out early tonight, and it also happens to be, I always want to say sparkle, which is what Panini calls it. I think Topps technically calls it speckle, maybe. And it is for the Yankees with 1 Dom Thompson Williams and numbered to 299. You can see up there in that upper right-hand corner. And I think I am going to slightly tweak this focus just a little bit more, guys. I like to be able to get the cards up pretty close to the camera. So let me see how we did there. I think that's a little better. I can see that a little better anyway. Okay, so that's kind of, that's another top 100. It's kind of an overview of what we're going to find, although we are going to see more inserts go through here that we'll talk about as we come across them. We may find a few numbered paper cards as well, so it is possible to get paper numbered as well as our chrome. Talent Pipeline, that entire insert series refracts as well. Rookie of the Year favorites, ditto. They all refract. Vavis 101 says you want a Harper short print. You're looking for a Bryce Harper short print, or you pulled a Bryce Harper short print somewhere. I'm not sure which you're telling me there. So I guess everybody saw that Bill Buckner passed away today, huh? It was sad. I mean, that guy actually was a really good player over many years and several teams, and all he's really remembered for is letting that ball roll through his legs in the '86 World Series. So these are facsimile signatures, okay? Those are not actually hard-signed autographs. Those are autographs that have been printed on the card. This one is for the Tampa Bay Rays and Blake Snell. However, I have to tell you, even though those are just printed on there, that anniversary insert is my favorite insert of the whole set of Bowman this year. I love that insert. I just think it's a nice, clean-looking card, and etc. So yeah, I think Bill Buckner wasn't even that old, actually, but he had some illness. I think I heard them say that it was that Lewy body dementia, the thing that Robin Williams had as well. I think that's what I heard someone say that it was. But yeah, poor guy. So, I mean, anytime you say Bill Buckner, though, isn't that what everybody thinks about? The ball rolling between his legs. Yeah, well. James, you said, was there any good Yankees? As a matter of fact, our very first hit was a Yankee, my friend. It was indeed. We've only seen one hit so far, and it was for your Yankees. So this is paper to 499 for the Marlins. You need me to pull your Bryce Harper. Okay, I thought that's what you were saying, and then I was like, okay, maybe he's saying he already got it somewhere, because, you know, you guys often come in and share with me good hits that you've gotten recently, which I'm always happy to share in your joy. I like hearing about them too, so I thought I better double back and make sure I knew what the mojo request was there. So the Ready for the Show insert that we saw a moment ago, it also... the whole series of those, they all refract. Another one of our anniversary cards. That one's Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. I'm sure you noticed that I am sorting out the paper from the chrome as we go along. That's just habit. I do that always for Bowman, but all the cards do ship in this break. Once again, remember, when we ship to the jumbo break, which is our next break of Bowman, we start the jumbo cases. In that instance, not everything ships. The paper base has its own bidding category once we get to that. Atomic Refractor, always like to see those. There's Carter Kieboom for the Washington Nationals. Those are not numbered, but they also don't come out very frequently. Generally speaking, about one a box. In general, I mean, I guess it's possible we could pull one more or one less, but that's about what it is most of the time. That was Kieboom again. We should also find, right on cue, a Bowman Sterling continuity card that usually falls about one per box. Kansas City Royals, Mateus. Of course, I think everybody's probably heard me say by now how excited I am that Sterling is coming back to the hobby format instead of the retail format. So later this year, we'll have a Sterling release, which I'm pretty happy about. Oh, you did pull a Julio Rodriguez green refractor autograph today. Very nice. Very nice. Was it Vavis 101? How about this? Yeah, I kind of digging this. That's to 75 because that's got my Cincinnati Reds on it with Nick Senzel. So whoever's got the Reds tonight, you know what? I'm a little bit envious. I like that hit for you. I like my man Senzel. He's had a pretty good game tonight. I did not get to watch the afternoon game. It wasn't on in my market. I think it was on that ESPN Plus, you know, the one you have to pay for or whatever. So I didn't get to see the afternoon game. Of course, the evening game I can watch, but I was switching back and forth between that and the Mets-Dodgers game tonight, before the break, obviously. And Senzel looked like he was playing pretty well this evening anyway. Don't know about the early game, but except that the Reds lost. I do know that. That's all I know. So we're coming up to an orange pipeline, which means this one is going to be numbered. That handsome orange card, of course, is numbered to 25. Little pipeline there for the Giants. Who I'm sure are looking for Joey Bart to make an appearance in here tonight, I would expect. Okay, that is box number 1, all finished up. So here we go, starting on box number 2 of 6 tonight. I think I had already cut that plastic, hadn't I? Oh, well. Now I've cut it again. Oh, you're watching the Dodgers and the Mets right now? Okay, so you can keep me up to date on the score. You said it's now Mets 3-2. All right. Yeah, I was flipping back and forth between that and Pirates, Reds, because the Reds were, you know, out to a big lead, 6-zip, pretty early in the game off the Iglesias Grand Slam. And so since that game wasn't terribly close, I was flipping back and forth catching a lot of the Mets Dodgers too, so. Of course, the Reds game may be closer by now because Sonny Gray was starting to throw like a high schooler again the last I saw. So it might be that they made up some ground on us before we got a call to the bullpen. I don't know. My poor little Reds. They try. At least we've looked competitive most of the year. Even when we lose, for the most part, we're not absolutely like getting laughed out of the place. So I am grateful for that. And we win some too, so also good. Take what I can get. And I think there is a Topps baseball release coming out this week too, and I forgot to list the break for it originally, and then I haven't subsequently put it back up. So I kind of meant to list it last night on a 3-day listing, and I forgot. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to get around to that a little bit later. Normally, I keep our redemptions face down when they come up. That way I hold you in suspense until the end of the break. But this one happened to be face up, so we're just going to leave it there. Nice little hit for the Mariners with Yusei Kikuchi. So that is an excellent hit, actually, for the Mariners. We will, of course, still go to the Topps website and verify the team at the end of the break, as we typically do, but he is a Mariner, so. But you know me, I'm always going to put it up there on the screen if we have that option so that everybody can see it and there's not any controversy or question about it. Another 30th anniversary, that one the Padres, and one Mackenzie Gore. Of course, we're almost ready to hit another Major League Baseball draft. I think June 3rd. Is that right, guys? Is it June 3rd? The draft? I think it is. That sounds right to me anyway. The 3rd is the night. Coming up on us pretty quickly. And the one kid, I can't remember the kid's name, just decided to bypass the draft and go to Japan to play. He's a kid that actually got drafted a couple years ago. And when they did his medical exam after the draft, and he was fairly high in the draft. I want to say it was like early to mid first round, if I remember right. Anyway, when they did his medicals, they found they didn't like something in his wrist. And it was from an injury he had when he was like 9 years old, like skateboarding or something crazy like that. And so then they didn't want to pay him, basically, the kid. So he decides to pull out and do his time in the college ranks and then give it another go. And I guess he wasn't getting good feedback about where he was going to be slotted. So he just said, forget it. And he's not going through the draft. Signed a deal to play in Japan. But I can't remember his name, though. You probably know who I'm talking about. To $4.99 for the Twins. That is paper, and it is Brent Rooker. Rob McCarter. Hi, Rob. Rob says June the 3rd is the right date for the draft. All right, good. Thought that's what I had in my head, but I don't know. Every once in a while I'll get my dates mixed up about something. So I never want to say for sure without a calendar. More importantly, the calendar on my phone in front of me. So there's our atomic refractor. That is Ryan Mountcastle for the Baltimore Orioles. And here's a blue shimmer. And our blue shimmer is numbered to 150 for the White Sox with Blake Rutherford. Ah, the kid's name was Carter Stewart. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name. I just remembered the circumstances of like what happened. And then I saw, I don't know, a day or two ago that he had decided to sign in Japan instead. So, because he could make more money going to Japan because they were, of what happened with the wrist and etc. How they felt he was going to land this year, I guess. But I hope that doesn't become a trend. I really don't want, our young players deciding to go play in Japan first. That is a Bowman Sterling Kyle Tucker for the Astros. Of course, it is all about the money for a lot of these things. And I think Scott Boras was his agent, isn't he? Which also means, anything can happen when it comes to Scott Boras, right? Like, you never know what he's going to have going on. So, a 30th anniversary for the Tampa Bay Rays with Mr. Wander Franco on the front. And there's a little ready for the show Mitch Keller, who was pitching actually earlier for the Pirates, as a matter of fact. 30th anniversary Clayton Kershaw, who is pitching tonight for the Dodgers, although his night's probably done by now. Frankly, neither one of them were throwing very well. It's Kershaw, DeGrom were the two starters in Mets Dodgers. I didn't think either one of them were exactly playing their best game tonight. Yeah, I'm pretty interested to see what this leather and lumber, what we pull out of it. I mean, for a case with that kind of price, I mean, that's a lot of money for Panini for baseball, right? I mean, that's a hefty price for that leather and lumber. It's only a 10-box case, too, so we better pull some fire out of it. That's all I can say. Vlad Guerrero Jr. for the Toronto Blue Jays with another one of our 30th anniversaries. Once again, keeping in mind, those are not actual signatures. They are printed on signatures. Facsimile signatures, to be specific. And we have ourselves a little speckle for the Nationals. It is numbered to 299, Daniel Johnson. I thought I saw the edge of another redemption, but I didn't. Something else. Ruiz, Dodgers, 30th anniversary parallel. Another ready for the show, Bo Bichette. Yeah, the Reds brought Cody Reed up to pitch a little bit tonight. Of course, Cody Reed's been up 2 or 3 times already this year. But if anybody's watching that game, if you heard anything about what was going on with that, let me know. The last I saw, everybody was out at the mound, and they thought there was something maybe physically wrong with him, with Cody Reed. I don't know what that deal was about, because I had to, only had it on in the background anyway, getting ready for the break, but then I had to completely turn it off to finish up out here, so I don't know what that was about with Cody. If anybody does have the Reds game on and you have any 411 about that, let me know. You would have to think that if he shows very much, I mean, they've got to think about keeping him in the lineup. You know, they keep sending him back down to AAA, but it's not exactly like pitching is a strong suit for the Reds, let's face it. Detroit Tigers and Casey Mize, 30th anniversary. Atomic Refractor Franklin Perez, Detroit Tigers. Ooh, I see another orange coming. Ooh, and it's an orange with an autograph. My favorite kind of orange. Orange with ink. For the Marlins and numbered 225, Edward Cabrera. So, Miami Marlins, how about that? Taking home a nice low number hit to 25. Our Bowman Sterling continuity is Mike Trout for the Angels. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to getting started on the jumbo. Of course, there's more cards in it, but there's also more autographs in it, so it's always a lot of fun to open. And hopefully everybody who's, our set builders, hopefully over the 8 breaks we've done of the hobby product, you've had your opportunities to get what you need in the way of paper base through that. And for anybody who hasn't, of course, paper base will have its own bidding category in there. For the Angels, Brandon Marsh, that is paper numbered to 250. Alrighty, we're closing in on it here. Of this box, not the whole thing, obviously. In fact, we're just about going to hit, when we finish this box, we'll be at our halfway point. 3 boxes opened and 3 boxes remaining. As soon as we look through this last little bit here. San Diego Padres. And isn't this an extra hit? Am I crazy? No, I'm not. See, there's 1, 2, 3. We get an extra autograph. Yay. And it comes out for Reggie Lawson and the Padres. I always like it when I get something extra. That makes me happy. I mean, it's not for me, obviously. It's for you, but I am greedy on your behalf. How about that? All right, we are 3 finished, 3 to go. All right, let's stop and see what we have. There's only so long I can go without opening without stopping to look. I'm not good with delayed gratification, right? Like probably none of us are. That is our Bowman Sterling continuity, and it is Ronaldo Hernandez for the Tampa Bay Rays. That's what your ex-wife would tell you about what? I'm sure it's something I said a minute ago, but I don't remember what it was because, there's a little bit of a delay from the time you guys type it in to the time it pops up on my side, and then sometimes I'm not looking over there either the exact second that it comes in to chat, and I forgot. So I'm not sure what you're referencing there, but I'm thinking it must be funny because there's a big smiley face after it. Ryan Weathers and the Padres to $4.99 with a refractor. And our autograph here is headed to the Kansas City Royals. And who is our player? That is Gabriel. Well, it looks like Cancel. Well, it looks like Cancel, but I would imagine it's pronounced Cancel. Although it could be pronounced completely, entirely different than that. Oh, about being greedy. I gotcha. Yeah, like I said, man, hey, if I'm greedy on your behalf, so it's for your benefit, but I like it when they give us extra hits. Frankly, they owe me about 100 extra hits since they shorted me an entire box in that one case of Bowman a few breaks back. Opened up the case, there's 11 boxes in it instead of 12. I still haven't called them about that. None of my distributors would make it good because they're like, well, we don't know if you got the case from us or from somebody else. I'm like, well, neither do I. So they're like, yeah, we can't give you any credit. So I had to, the box that originally cost me like $80, I had to go back and, which I paid for but did not get. And then I had to go back and buy it again for, I don't even remember what, like $150. So I ended up having $230 in the one box of cards. Thanks to dumb Tops not putting it in the case. So I do need to call their customer service number and see if they'll fix it. I guess part of the reason I haven't is that, they don't have any more Bowman. They've been sold out forever. Kris Bryant Cubs. So it's not like they can be like, oh, yeah, we'll send you what you're missing. I think they'll just probably be like, yeah, too bad. Sorry about that. My bad. That kind of thing is what I think they're going to tell me. But I guess one way to find out would be to call and ask them, huh? And then I won't have to guess. And there's another 30th anniversary. Francisco Lindor and the Indians. May as well just put those together. I see our atomic refractor. And it is Elio Ramos. San Francisco Giants. I didn't watch any of the Indy 500 this weekend either. I'm not really a big car racing fan. I'm actually not a car racing fan at all, really. I just don't watch it too much. But once upon a time, in a land far, far away, I was the regional sales manager for a beer distribution company. And we also started distributing Red Bull in our area, whatever year this was. I don't even remember now, but it's like been a while, because it's when Danica Patrick was driving in the Indy 500, I think for the first time. I think she finished like third or something, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, Red Bull had a hospitality tent in this whole thing, and they invited me to go to the Indy 500 because they were, you know, we were launching our partnership with them, distributing their brand. And so I went, but I did not sit in my seat for more than probably about 20 minutes. First of all, nobody tells you how crazy loud it is. So there's that. And then secondly, it was bloody hot, man. I mean, like baking in an oven kind of hot. So I spent almost the whole time in the hospitality tent, whereby they conveniently provided us with Red Bull and vodka, nice, and a bunch of big screen TVs to watch the race. So that's kind of the only time I've really been, that's the only time I've been to the Indy 500, and that's about the only time I've really totally watched the Indy 500 too. Numbered to 250, it is Daz Cameron for the Tigers. So, yeah, it was an interesting experience. That is Aaron Judge, 30th anniversary for the Yankees. And they gave us an opportunity to, well, actually we had to pay for it, and I decided not to, but they offered, if you wanted to pay a couple $100, you could take a lap around the track in the pace car. And I decided not to pay the couple $100, right? Because I was just being that way. And I decided to, hang on one second, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, so I decided not to pay for the little going around the track thing, but my friend who went with me did. And said it was incredible. And then I was like, oh man, that's really what I should have done. I should have paid the money and done it, because she said it was really pretty awesome to ride in that pace car. Although apparently they didn't get nearly as fast as she thought they were going to be. They went a little slower. So, I don't know. She thought it was worth the money. But honestly, she also really likes racing. And that's the whole reason I invited her to use the extra ticket, because she actually digs the auto racing, which hardly anybody else wanted to go. Like, no, we don't like it at all, you know. Yes, you all can see, of course, here in chat, we have our little desperate breaker is back. There's one little breaker who's so desperate for people that they like to come into other people's breaks and spam it with messages. And they like to show up in here periodically. I mean, just, I guess, to kind of show how desperate and pitiful they are. This is Juan Soto for the Nationals. So I see that that breaker has joined us under their numerous eBay handles, so they can try to spam poor unsuspecting people into going over into their rather dubious website. For the Cardinals, we have numbered to 499. It is a refractor for Aaron Kenzer. And a 30th anniversary Pache. Too bad that wasn't inked. I mean, for real inked for the Braves. Has the printed on signature, but that didn't do us much good. All right, what else have we got in here tonight? A 30th anniversary Julio Pablo Martinez for the Texas Rangers. All right, closing in on it, about halfway through the next to last box. I know, we got to find you that Bryce Harper short print, huh? We still have to try to make that happen. Number 2, 125 for the Marlins, Edward Cabrera. An atomic refractor for the Phillies with Sanchez. And Brian Anderson for the Marlins. That's blue paper to 150. Looks like it's a little, I guess it's not miscut, but it looks miscut to me. But I guess it's technically probably not. I don't know. The way they've done the borders this year, it's easy to glance at one and think, yeah, it looks really off, when in fact it's not. Here's another speckle for us, numbered to 299. This one is the Oakland A's with Austin Beck. Did I say sparkle? It's speckle for Topps. It's sparkle with Panini. I don't know which one I said, but it's the same pattern, but technically speckle is the right word for it in the Topps world. Genesis Cabrera, St. Louis Cardinals. That was our Bowman Sterling continuity. Our atomic, numbered to 150, is a pipeline for the Marlins. Yeah, so you're kind of like me then on the borders. You're saying you have a problem with the with the non-border borders. I know, it's weird this year, right? I mean, I am sort of used to it now, but we're on Last Box Mojo, by the way. But it definitely, on certain cards, I don't know if it has to do with the fact that they have, you know, the border on one side versus the other, or the addition of color, or what. But there's certain cards, when I look at them, with the way they're designed this year, I think, man, that is really miscut. And then I'll look at it a second time and be like, no, that's just the way it looks with the new and quote-unquote improved card design. Yeah, I could have done with a little different design, I think, this year, but I think most of you, anybody who's broken with me before, you know I love my Bowman kind of no matter what. So even though it has weird borders this year, I do still love it. No, that's just a regular chrome. I don't know. I saw that and saw that little bit of refract, and I thought, oh, are we refracting there for my reds? But sadly, we were not. It was the card below on just the insert. That is a little Shohei Ohtani on the 30th anniversary parallel. Who has not exactly been setting the world on fire as a designated hitter. I was kind of hoping he'd be rounding back into form by now, but not that he's not, but he's kind of not. Like, he's not really where I was hoping he would be. But I guess we got a ways to go yet for him to get back to 100%. The Astros, Jordan Alvarez. I mean, I guess kind of lucky that they're letting him do anything at all. Of course, he's not going to be able to pitch until next year, but at least as the DH, he can put some points on the board. The Dodgers, Dodgers have tied it up. It's 3-all now. Okay. Dodgers putting on a little offense for, I started to say for a change, but actually they put up runs pretty regularly. So Joey Bart, this is not autographed, but if you have the Giants, you do at least have a blue Joey Bart to 150. So that's moving you in the right direction. And we haven't yet found our autograph out of this last box, so it could still be coming up for you. You never give up until we get to the last one. Until we flip over the last card. You got to hold out hope. Oh, did they just now pull Jacob deGrom? Well, that's not too bad if he's made it this far in. Because honestly, he wasn't pitching very well. What I saw anyway, so I'm kind of surprised he made it this far. He must have kind of gotten the ship righted there for a little while anyway. And well, as I said, I didn't think he was pitching well, nor Kershaw. Neither one. Of course, Clayton's kind of tailed off anyway, a little bit, in general. But deGrom really normally isn't. He would have normally been a little better than I thought he was tonight, at least what I saw. So, but I guess like everybody else, good days and bad days, right? What you gonna do? Hey, that's not a bad way to end things. It is an atomic refractor to 100 for Steel Walker and the White Sox. And I think that's just the most awesome name for a baseball player. I just love that name, Steel Walker. He just sounds like he should, you know, he sounds like he should be an action movie star, doesn't he? But anyway, I think that's a nice hit for the White Sox. Steel Walker to 100 atomic refractor autograph. Was a nice last box mojo hit for us there. Oops, somebody tried to fly away from me. Stuck to the back of the card in front of it. For the Dodgers, Santana Atomic Refractor. Yeah, sometimes these paper cards, they like to stick to the back of the chrome card in front of them. To 499 for the Padres, a base refractor for Mackenzie Gore. Well, they didn't come off the pile with the rest, did they? Lagging behind they were. Bowman Sterling continuity is also Joey Bart for the Giants. '30th anniversary Acuna and the Braves. All right, that is all of the cards in the break. We are going to recap some stuff here, though, and we do still need to go to the Topps website and get our redemption up on the screen so that it is verified for everybody. So let's take care of that first, and it's just Chrome Rookie Autograph Yusei Kikuchi, which we, I think, all know is going to be the Mariners, but nonetheless, we do want to go and make it all official. So let's get over here and find our Bowman checklist. Where are you, Bowman checklist? I do not want Bowman Mega Box. Where's regular Bowman? Why am I... Good grief, why am I not seeing it? I know it's on this page. All right, where... Oh, there we go. Good grief. Okay. So, Chrome Rookie Autograph is our card set. Not Chrome Prospects, although technically it would be in here too, I guess, but we're going to look for the official correct card set. Not the anniversary cards. Chrome Prospect Autograph Variation. That's what we need to find. All right, where are you say? Oh, Chrome Rookie Autograph. Sorry, wrong spot still. Mariners. Anyway, that was all just to show that it was the Mariners, which we already knew. But, as I said, I do like to make it official up on the screen so that everybody is on the same page and there's no question about any of it. All right, now we are going to first recap our Bowman Sterling continuity and our atomic refractors, because those typically come out one per box. Even though they are not numbered, I do generally set them aside and recap them just because they only come out about one per box, at least in the hobby. That's how they come out. Everything flows a little differently, of course, when we start in the jumbo. To 499, that's Mackenzie Gore and the Padres. To 150, Joey Bart for the Giants. Number to 150, Talent Pipeline for the Marlins. This is to 299, Speckle for the A's. To 150, Blue Paper Marlins. To 125, that is also for the Marlins. This is Purple Paper to 250 for the Tigers. Padres Refractor to 499. Purple Paper to 250. Speckle to 299 for the Nationals. Blue Shimmer to 150 for the White Sox. to $4.99 paper for the Twins, to $25 a little talent pipeline for the Giants, to $75 my man Nick Senzel for the Cincinnati Reds, and the Marlins with a paper to $499. So that is our numbered stuff that does not have an autograph attached to it. Now to recap Yusei Kikuchi, the Mariners, as we did go make it all nice and official on the website. The White Sox Steel Walker to 100. That is ink, refractor, first Bowman, atomic refractor, I should say, to 100. The Cardinals refractor to 499 with Andrew Kenzer. The Kansas City Royals with Cancel. The San Diego Padres with Reggie Lawson. We did get an extra hit, by the way, tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have 7. And oddly enough, it wasn't in the box that also had the redemption. It was another box that had an extra autograph in it. The Marlins to 25 with Edward Cabrera. And we started things off with the Yankees to 299 and a little speckle for Dom Thompson Williams. All right, so that is the break. That's the recap. Steve is asking, when am I going to open those Chrome Sapphire boxes? I don't really intend to open them, Steve. I think I'm going to just sell them. I'm going to sell them all sealed up, I believe, is my current plan. I don't think there's enough there to realistically do a break with, and I go back and forth about if I want to open them myself or use them in a mixer, and I kind of think I'm just going to probably sell them outright. I actually kind of meant to do it before now, and then I've scooted them out of the way, and I forget about them. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards anyway. So one more time, if you missed it earlier, we're going to take a look at your anticipated shipping date and also at the breaks that are coming up in the days ahead for those who are interested. So, expecting what we opened tonight to be out of the door and on the way to you approximately Thursday. If I can get it out to you sooner than Thursday, I will be happy to do so. But right now, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. And if it gets out the door faster, so much the better. Tomorrow night, Legacy Football, a 12-box case. We're going to start early, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Veteran Base has its own bidding spot. It does not ship to the teams. Teams are going to get autograph cards, relic cards, rookie cards, numbered inserts, and parallels. But Veteran Base with its own bidding spot. Wednesday night, that's our new release, Panini Leather and Lumber Baseball. We're just going to open just that on Wednesday night. It's a 10-box case. It's an expensive case, and by golly, we better get some good stuff out of it. That's how I feel about it. On Thursday night, it'll be Legacy Football again, once again, starting at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. On Friday, we're going to open Bowman again, but it's going to be in the jumbo format. So a half case of jumbo is 4 boxes rather than the half case of hobby, which is 6. And Paper Base has its own bidding card there, or its own bidding spot there. So Paper Base does not ship to the teams in the jumbo break. You will get autograph cards, chrome cards, and numbered cards. And so anything else that is not autographed, numbered, or chrome goes to the Paper Base category. On Saturday, it will be Legacy Football again, and we'll start at 9:15 Eastern, 6:15 Pacific. So I guess that's got us covered for tonight. Once again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you joining me. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your holiday. What's left of it, the last few hours, enjoy them. I will be back at it tomorrow night, so if I do not see you then, I hope I do see you again sometime soon. In the meantime, take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.